Hey guys, welcome back to Stuffed and Baked. It's Indigo here, and thanks for tuning in. Happy spring equinox. I know it was yesterday. By the time this video is posted, probably been 2 days ago by now. I've been gone for a while. I had to regroup, recuperate, center myself again. I'm finally centered, and I'm back. So enjoy this video. I also will be posting another video right after this video, so definitely make sure you turn on your post notifications for that video. Make sure you check out the link in the description. I have my own divination store where I make divination jewelry and I make dream catchers and a plethora of other items as well, and that link will be in the description box below under the Depop section. That is where you can go and purchase and look at my store. You can also go to Adobe, my Adobe site that is also in the description, and check out the information to book a personal reading if you're interested in that. Otherwise, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe if you enjoy this video. Make sure you watch all the way to the end, and let's get into these messages. Okay, so the energy off the bat is giving, spring equinox is also supposed to be is the actual new year. So happy new year, everybody. At least to me, I'm not really too sure. I feel like I decided okay, so spring equinox should be the new year, but I'm pretty sure that also is what it is. But just in case I'm wrong, it's how I already feel. So it fits, okay? So yeah, right off the back, I'm getting, if you're a part of this collective and you're watching this video, I feel like you're very much so ready for change. If you have been going through the process of realizing what you need to get rid of and what it is that you want to hold on to take with you, I feel like this is the era now that you're about to be propelled into, to where it's really time to leave those old things behind, and it's really time for you to walk through this new door and not take any of the old baggage that was coming with you when you first started your healing journey. So yeah, let's get into it. Just pull some oracle cards first. Ooh, wow. That was a split. So yeah, there's a split. So there's a split going on between old and new energies. If you have any sympathy for what it is that you cannot take forward with you, understand that everybody has the same 24 hours within a day. And if people are choosing and deciding to still operate from their south node, you are not responsible for these people's ascension, these people's, ascension process. They are responsible for it. You can't force them to ascend. So if they have not and they are interrupting your ascension process, it's okay for you to move forward. Don't feel bad about it. Moving forward without them and having that space will allow you to attract the energy that actually resonate with your soul. So yeah, let's get into it. We got 29 nurture came out, and then we got the 41 communication. So I feel like this is speaking to taking care of your communication skills. I'm hearing that if you have any draft emails that you still have not sent out, make sure that you go finish typing them, finish sending them out, get them all sent out so that you can finish whatever it is that you were starting to do, because you don't want to miss. I'm hearing a deadline, so there may not have been a deadline set, but there probably is a deadline, theoretically speaking. Also, communication just in general with your normal relationships that are outside of any work relationships or anything like that. You're really figuring out how to You're figuring out the people that you love and care about. You are figuring out what their communication style is and how to communicate with them in an effective way. So that is a very, very, very good. A lot of you also could be talking about, or you could be communicating your needs when it comes to wanting to be nurtured, when it comes to what your love language is, I'm hearing. And these are all great conversations to have because, if you want to keep people in your life or you just want people in your life in general, it is very important for everybody to know, this is how I communicate. These are the words and terminologies that I use, and this means this, or, this is of communicating with me in this way is more effective because I'm more likely to receive a message, yada, yada, yada. That is very, very helpful. So then we got motion and then we got passions. So I feel like whatever so this could be speaking to a passion project. I feel like there's forward motion with this passion project. I feel like you've tended to this project enough to where it is finally ready to finally be put into motion. You can finally take off with it. I feel like Spirit wants you to understand that perfection is sometimes perfection is just as simple as, hey, I got it done. It doesn't look, exactly how I want it to look, but I'm happy with what I have now, especially if you have a deadline and it's just little minute things that, really, overall really does not affect the project or how it's going to be viewed, then I really do feel like you should go ahead and just put that out there. Also, in terms of your communication, having more passion in the way that you communicate. If you are a person who is usually more logical, I feel like you're understanding the necessary need to add passion into your communication, add your feelings when you're communicating with people. Communicate from a place of, from your heart, but still with logic. You can still speak logically with passion. And I feel like a lot of the collective is learning exactly what that is. So, all right, all my cards are coming out in twos today. I wonder, is this just twos? So yeah, this is definitely about relationships. Maybe your most important relationships with your partners. Of course, it could be work. It could be anything. Any type of relationship. But it's just involving two people that are working on something. So then we got Seven of Pentacles, King of Cups. Yeah. And then the Four of Pentacles came out and the Hermit. So I'm looking at this and the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Yeah. It's even funny that King of Cups came out with this, even with Nurture, because in the Seven of Pentacles card, she's got her plants and she's got the watering hose. She's literally watering her plants. She's tending to her plants. She's nurturing her plants, and the King of Cups is somebody who is very stoic, in control of his emotions and able to communicate through his emotions in a very logical frame point. And then you got the Four of Pentacles and the Hermit. So you guys could just be in a period of waiting for your crops to sprout. This could have you in a state of being in the Four of Pentacles, really just holding on and solidifying, stabilizing what it is that you need in order to, once these crops do grow, you can finally, you know, pluck them and bring them in. I feel like this also has you in hermit mode. So you can be in hermit mode learning about how to tend to this project, how to help it grow, how to make sure that you, I'm hearing don't go broke, but how making sure that you stabilize your finances so that you don't end up in a bad situation with this passion project. I feel like this is very close to home, close to the heart, whatever it is that you are doing. And it is very much so like, wow, I really don't want to, mess this up because I put so much work into it. I put so much passion. I put so much heart into this. I don't want this to just be, horrible. Like we grow it. If bugs eat it, then plants get, I mean, bugs get into the plants, then, it's pretty much garbage at that point. Um, So you're really just making sure that no pests, none of that pesty energy gets on your project. Then we got the Four of Cups and the Empress. So you could have had a situation in the past where maybe it just did not go as planned, and you can kind of still be holding on to that in a way. Maybe just in the sense of, this is what went wrong last time, so I'm well aware of this circumstance and how to not make that happen and how to move forward, because the Empress is very abundant and she has many opportunities, many different types of crops, many different types of options. So she can have, you know, four, rows of corn. So more opportunity to make a mistake and then still be abundant at the end of it, but also well versed to not be in the stage or era where you're making mistakes so that you actually bring it in the abundance. So yeah. But then I also feel like, if this isn't a project or anything like that, and this is like a relationship, nurture communication. So I feel like the male partner in this situation has gained an understanding of communication styles and how to communicate, and maybe this person has just graduated to the King of Cups. Maybe this person was in a Four of Cups energy because they didn't understand how to communicate with the Empress, because you just can't talk to the Empress any type of way. Like, you have to know how to speak to her, and what her communication style is and things like that. um but then we got the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, if it's a relationship, I see this person staying in hermit mode until these opportunities, maybe even if it's money, staying in hermit mode, waiting until they get enough to solidify themselves, to stabilize themselves. And they could be looking into different ways to do this with what they already have. Uh, the Four of Cups and the Empress. So this person could feel like the Empress. Maybe you as the Empress are an inspiration to this person because you have so much to offer in many different ways, and it really inspires this person to do more, to take more action, to move more, to go after what they want more with the Motion card. This, I feel like you have built this person's passion, and not to say that they didn't have any passion, but you really connected the heart to the passion, and I really do feel like this is what put them in this King of Cups energy. And also, even The Seven of Pentacles is really just, it's always good to have, you know, your materialistic life or your career life solidified at a time where you are going through your emotions and learning how to deal with your emotions, because it's just one less thing on a number of things that you could, you know, potentially have anxiety about or potentially be worried about. So I feel like that's really good. So the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, there was probably a little bit of turbulence in the past, which led to this Four of Cups energy. And maybe it's because this offer was just taking too long. Now, I don't know who was bringing in this offer, but I feel like this offer kind of slowed things up for this project. But it's not like the offer isn't coming. And with the Four of Swords, I really do feel like this is reflecting on time. Reflecting on time as a whole and reflecting on the fact that most things do take time. And maybe you spent a lot of time worrying about if this was actually going to come through for you, to the point to where it's actually here and it's came through, and you're like, wow, like very happy that it came through, but you almost kind of took the happiness out of it because it's more of like a relief, like, whoo, oh, like, dang, I'm happy that finally came. So instead of being in this like joyful gratitude energy, you're in this like, wow, like I'm really happy that, like, I'm happy this came through, you know. I was really concerned that it wasn't going to, and now that it's here, I feel like I can finally take a break. I feel like this is spirit teaching you a lesson that, you know, what is for you will always be for you, and time is just an illusion. How you spend your time really defines the idea of the length it took to get somewhere, because time is the illusion. So then we got the Ace of Swords. So this could also be the truth with the Ace of Swords. This could just be the truth of everything that I just said, or this could be you finding out the truth from this Knight of Pentacles about this project, or finding out the truth about a reason why this project took so long to bring into fruition. And maybe it had to do with something that you didn't even know that you needed to know, or that you needed to be informed about. So now that you hear it, you're like, wow, like if I would have known that back then, I would have just did that. I would have just did that. So then we got the Ten of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Ooh. Ten of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Okay. So this is turned into stability, whatever this is. I do really feel like this is a project. I feel like maybe this is like a couple that worked on something, or, you know, somebody who is in a partnership and they were working on something and it's finally come to the ending of, you know, the ending of the beginning of whatever it is that they were working on. And this last pentacle that they brought in, because you got 7, 4. So yeah, the 10, the abundance was already here. But this last little piece that the Knight of Pentacles brought in really solidified this Ten of Pentacles. It really helped you balance out your finances. It helped you balance out being worried about, you know, if you would have enough or not. Because when you start something from the ground up, you know, it definitely costs money to constantly keep investing. Like, you can't just put something out there and not have a new idea also in the works. So I feel like this is really good with the Hierophant. I feel like somebody could be thinking about getting married now that they do have this Ten of Pentacles. Congratulations if you are engaged or about to be engaged. Or you're thinking about engaging someone. Congratulations, guys. You definitely deserve it. I feel like this has been it's been a road. It's been a road, my G. It's been a road. So then we got the Six of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Moving to calmer waters. So yeah, you're moving to calmer waters. The stuff that you were worried about before, you're no longer worried about. You really proved it to yourself that you could do it. And I really feel like you took so much time to isolate yourself and make sure that you got this right. That now that you've gotten this right and that you're, experienced in this area, I feel like now is a time for you to celebrate with your friends. You're excited to celebrate with your friends, even at the point to where you're making enough money so that you can actually bring your friends in on what it is that you're doing, bring them in on your business. And I feel like that was also a part of the reason you really wanted to do it. Look at this. Wow. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords came out. Oh, and then the Seven of Swords came out. Hold on. And the Page of Pentacles. Somebody's being a little deceptive here. So maybe if your partner was kind of telling you that they didn't think that you should work with this person because they thought that they were deceptive, I'm picking up that you should probably definitely listen to them. I feel like there's some underhandedness going on. Like somebody was plotting on your success and you gaining your success. And now that you've gotten it, they've kind of collaborated together to come against you, to take something from you. The Judgment card wanted to come out. I feel like this is the Ten of Swords is their judgment. Because they're doing sneaky shit. So definitely make sure that you protect your finances. Make sure that you protect your projects. If you're going to bring anybody in on something, make sure that there is a contract that is clear cut and dry, straight to the point, so that there is no miscommunication or misunderstandings. Because somebody here is really trying to do it. But at the same time, it's almost as if this betrayal or this... So maybe this is a test from the divine to see if what you learned in the past actually will work. Because the Four of Cups was the energy of like, this went wrong in the past, I don't want this to happen again. So maybe this is the same kind of type of situation resurfacing, and this is actually a test by the divine to see if you learn, to see how you handle this situation. With the Star card coming out, I feel like if this is a past situation or whatever timeline that you were on, the outcome is definitely you still succeeding and getting the wish fulfillment and the notoriety that you actually deserve. So I'm going to leave it here. We only got a couple more minutes on the timer. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys later for another reading. Bye. Have a great day, collective.